Okay guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be teaching y'all about arrays, and to be specific, integer arrays. So we can make an integer array by saying like int numbers, and this array will have 5 ints. An array is like a list, and this list will have 5 integers. And we can specify what those numbers will be by using the curly brackets. So 5, 3, 7, 9, 1. These will be the 5 numbers that we have in our array. Now we can print all those values by using a for loop. So printf numbers and I for I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. And first let me show you this little diagram here. So this is our array. We have 5, 3, 7, 9, and 1. So 5 is the first thing we have in there. It's our first element. 3 is our second element, 7 is our third element, and so on. But whenever we want to access the element, we need to call the index. So we would say numbers 0, because 0 is like what we call the first spot, and 1 is what you call the second spot. It's weird, but that's just how it works. You have to start from 0. So whenever you're printing the array, you'll stop at 4, because that's your last index. So even though the length is 5, when you're printing, you're going to want to stop after 4. So that's why we start at 0, and we do what's inside of the for loop when I is less than 5. So here we will say printf the value at index %d is %d. I is our index, numbers I is what we want to print. So we don't have to explicitly say like numbers 5, well that's not a thing, numbers 2. We can say I, and here we will have whatever I is, and let's see. Perfect, it prints the whole array. But there's another way to make an array. Let's say we say int data 3. So we can say the value at index 0 is equal to 12. The value at index 1 is equal to 27. And the value at index 2 is equal to 42. Now that's great and all, but I'm going to show you all a different way to print it. You can make a function that will print for you, void print array, and it will receive an array, and we have to tell the function the length of our array. I should just copy that. So let me skip a few lines here. Okay, so int I for I is equal to 0, I is less than the length of the array, I plus plus. And here we can say the value at index %d is %d, I, and index I of the array. Cool. And here we'll say printf, skip a line, printf data. Let's see what happens right here. It didn't do anything. Oh yeah, I actually have to call the function. That's kind of important. Print array data, and it is 3 long. Perfect. The value at index 0 is 12, at 1 is 27, and at 2 is 42. So that is how you use arrays and send arrays to functions.